Oh, a bit of a standoff. Right, so day 5. It's been another little mini adventure, in a good way. I didn't get lost or anything. No, we're not talking about that sort of adventure. Will go the wrong way. Absolutely straightforward. It was like 15 miles, as I kind of predicted, and yeah. So going up Keswick, to the north, it was just woodland. Then suddenly it's like, oh, mountains or hills or whatever. And so yeah, because I kind of looking at the contours, I was like, okay, we're kind of walking along. A lot of the thing is it kind of walking along rather than walking over contours, but a lot of contours. So I kind of thought it's like, I'm going to be walking on the side of a hill, and that's really what that was, and that was actually really lovely. I met I think I mentioned this in the previous video actually, but I met like three people. I got talking to this lady. They were doing a little walk. Um, well, I say little walk. It's quite it's doing quite a big circular. So yeah, so that was nice. I didn't see many people today, but I've had days like that, but it's kind of been nice. This is going to sound a bit cringy, but it's been quite spiritual really today. I've been kind of on my own. Okay, had my phone, whatever, modern stuff, and I've been making videos, taking photos, and whatever. But it's been quite nice just being on my own up there. Just like walking over these hills, just sort of thinking, yeah, at one with nature and all that. So, um, then after that, I was kind of just wandering along. Um, and then there was, ahead of me to the left, there was a big hill, and there was a path that went straight on. My path, it looked so remote, and it didn't even look like a proper path. I walked up there, and yeah, I mean, it was my path, and I found a bothy up there, and then it's just like it's quite funny actually because I saw my first Cumbria Way sign or pointer that I'd seen really since Keswick. I mean, this is the thing, difference between the things that obviously I'm going to compare it, because it was like the West Highland Way, which I really enjoyed, that kind of made me sign up for this one. And yeah, West Highland Way is well signposted in comparison to the Cumbria Way. You're walking along, and it's like just paths. If you haven't got a map in front of you, you have no idea where you're going. Um, and so but that's all right. That's been felt quite comfortable with that. So I walked up this big hill. I was walking through heathlands, and suddenly it's just like the terrain got a little bit boggy, and I was just like, oh my god. The thing is, it was quite easy to find paths. You could actually kind of tell, which paths were actually quite safe just round the um, around the around the bogs basically. So I didn't suddenly just sink under the ground or anything nasty like that. So and then I arrived here, and I'm this is quite funny actually because I found when on booking.com I looked and it was like glamping barns or something. That was the only place I could find, and really that was the only place. I don't even know if it was on booking.com. I was looking, um yeah, obviously I needed something around it. It didn't actually have to be in this specific village, but there's nothing else besides. Seriously, it's absolutely nothing. That this very remote village, and so uh, yeah, and then I went on Airbnb and I found this place, Yeah, because it actually, yeah, what I was looking at reviews of the Cumbria Way, people want to stay kind of around Caldbeck. I mean, the reason why it's a good place to kind of stop, it is kind of equidistance between um, Keswick and Carlisle. So about 15 miles to each. So yeah, I got another 15-mile hike tomorrow. Um, so and it was like glamping barns. The bothy is actually attached to the glamping barn. So, the reason why I didn't want to do that was because they didn't have any um, bed linen. And I didn't really want to, take, well, that's what they were advertising it as. And I didn't really want to carry my sleeping bag in my already heavy-ish bag. Well, yeah, it's not that it's heavy. It's just big, heavier than a day pack. Because obviously I've been, yeah. Anyway, um, so I yeah, but there is bedding in the bothy. So, but even though it's part of the same place, it's just anyway. Um, so I kind of arrived, yeah, it took me a while to actually walk into the village. When the first thing, I saw like a cafe, and I mean, I was like, oh my god, they're selling milkshake, and I just really, really was so desperate for a milkshake. And this lovely girl who served me, she took absolutely ages. Which was basically, it wasn't just a normal sort of banana. I had this like craving for banana milkshake, and it wasn't just banana. There were all sorts of, she'd put some caramel stuff on it, and she just like, a bit of ice cream on the top, and then a bit of whippy cream right at the top, just putting a straw in. I was thinking, I just need this cold drink. I really need my cold drink. And it was absolutely divine. I sat at the table outside. And then I just thought, right, I need to find out where this bothy is, because it's not because it's not booking.com. Booking.com, I'm obviously fine. Basically I know where the link is, where you can just to find directions to the accommodation, and usually it's not as remote as this either. But then again, because it is such a small village, I thought, I know vaguely the address, yeah, vaguely. But so I walked up to this address, and I thought, oh, it's just around the corner. And I went in, and it's like, yeah, I mean, not, yeah, the message that I got this morning, um, the um, the keys under a bin, whatever. So um, I went to this property, and I was looking around everywhere and whatever, and I'm like, where's this bothy? I can't, whatever. There's nothing there, so I kind of came out with the intention that I'll just have to ask the local. Hopefully they're friendly. Um, and I sort of thought, oh, I walked down to the cafe, but would you believe it had shut? Um, and suddenly, it's basically, I've reread the thing, and apparently there's a gate opposite the cafe. So I just kind of wandered around, and I was like looking for this gate, and it's actually this young child, a little boy of about 8 or whatever, asked me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, oh God, am I looking suspicious or something? Maybe his parents have asked him. Why would they ask him, their little boy? Anyway, obviously looked very shady. Um, so and then eventually I'm like, but the gate, the saying is opposite. It's part of. It looks like it's part of something else. I just don't get it. So in the end, I did actually ask a local, and he was very nice actually. And he just basically just pointed opposite. It's like, that's the bothy. So I managed to find it. It's absolutely divine. I'm just loving this place so much. I will definitely do a video later on, just like a guided tour of the accommodation. But yeah, yeah, I really do like this, my lovely accommodation for tonight. Anyway, so tomorrow I'll probably set out about the usual time, about 9 o'clock, up to Carlisle, back into civilization. Right, and today we're back to the tips of the day. So the first one is Tiny Buddha. Without going into the low emotions, we would not feel and appreciate the high emotions. Yeah, I totally agree with that. So it's like, this is one of the things I always say when I'm out hiking and it's raining. I say that it's the rainy days that makes us appreciate the sunny days more. Anyway, so continuing, and another thing, it's the challenges that actually evolve the best times and bring the best out of us by strengthening our mind muscles. Think of going to the gym and telling the trainer you want the ideal body, but you don't want any tension on your muscles. It's the same with experiencing challenges. The tension of life evolves us. So there you go. That's that one. So the picture one, a nice picture of moon and stars. But I'll take a picture of this anyway. Sometimes things don't work out how you thought they would. It's okay to be disappointed, but don't be deterred. Yeah, good advice. Good advice indeed. Right. Un-F yourself. As your wisdom grows, you might become a threat to someone else's mirage. It's okay. Be responsible, be compassionate, and let that SHIT go. Right. Life hacks. Don't leave a tip when you're in Argentina, France, Japan, Oman, or Yemen. Tips are usually included, and you'll actually risk insulting people by leaving one. Okay, so yep, there are your 4 tips of today.